Good morning, and good morning. Welcome once again to our Blackpool Biker. We're on a windy promenade. Just a little bit on the windy side. We're on Thursday, it's the 24th, and we're going on a bit of a tour. We're right down here, as you can see, we're at Uncle Tom's cabin. Show you the carting is just down the cabin lift just there. I'll show you around in a minute. Tide's right in. There you go, let's just have a little wander here. See all the fishermen. If we can, not coming out. Let's go along. Oh, sorry, my back's still a bit iffy, but it's so much better now. Yeah, sorry about the wind noise, but we are in Blackpool, the tide's in. Always makes it that bit windier. You know I don't like heights, but let's have a look over here. So yeah, like I say, we're going to go on a little bit of a tour. We're right down here at the moment. They're doing a bit of work over there, look, on the Genting Casino. So yeah, where we're going to end up, I don't know. Probably down South Shore, somewhere like that, I would presume. There's loads waiting for the tram, look. Yeah, so just opposite the Hotel Sheraton. Apparently a very nice hotel. Not been in it personally. If you'd like me to do a review, just say, and I will do. And then the Doric just next door. Let's have a look over here for you. There you go, here's the, oh God, heights. Yeah, the actual cabin lift I've never known working, so it must have been pre-78. It's cracking up here, it's a sunny day, yeah, it's a bit blowy, but it's absolutely brilliant, honestly. There's your tram, going to Fleetwood. It normally terminates at Fleetwood Ferry. Yeah, it's got Fleetwood Ferry on it. Yeah, obviously we're at cabin here. We'll go a bit further down, we're heading that way. We're heading north. Just keep checking the bike. Don't forget, if you're ever here, don't try and go down here because it's all blocked off. Let me show you. Oh God, bloody heights. That coming out where it's all blocked off. Right, so yeah, so we're going to head down to north. If there's anywhere of interest, we'll stop. It's going to take me ages to edit this because it's all going to need putting together. So whether this is actually going to go out is a bloody good question. And hey, we'll catch up in a bit. Bear with. Yeah, so we'll have a little ride down the prom. There's what used to be the old Uncle Tom's cabin. Now it's part of the Mark Kelly's group. I have slowed this down. We're actually doing about 300 miles an hour. Not. When it's cracking, that wind's died down a little bit now. It might get a bit worse as we get further down. I'm not sure yet. Really great. I can't miss this one coming up. The Boston. We got it. Can't tell, just don't forget them. The speed we're going at the moment, you know. Then obviously the cliffs, very well known. Big place in it, the cliffs. Let's put the brakes on, slow down a bit. Oh, don't know what caused that. I didn't move. And the bike's trying to take off. Yeah, I've not got tilt lock on, so if it's a little bit all over the place, apologies, but I'll get used to doing this. Instead of just doing one area all the time, I'm just trying to do, get a bit more in. We're now at Jubilee Gardens. There's a little thingy on. Yeah, let's stop here a sec. I've just got to watch my back because it's still not quite right, but I swear, if I'd have thought the early hours of Monday night, Tuesday morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, that that's somebody there, yeah, that I'd be on this pedal bike now, I'd have laughed at you. I really would. Really nice here, obviously, you've got, that's when New Hackett's caught fire. Do you remember we did that video on New Hackett's? That space there, or walking down Dixon Road trying to get it all in. Yeah, right, bear with. Yeah, we're just at the bottom end of Jubilee Gardens now, coming up for Ginn Square. Oh, right, bear with. Yeah, so this is Ginn Square. You can see the Spitfires. It was Spitfires and Hurricanes, won it in 41. Was it September of 41, the Battle of Britain, as they called it? If anyone knows, please let me know in comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would as well. It is always appreciated. Yeah, so this is Ginn Square. There's old photos here when it was just like a little, cart track basically, going up to Dixon Road, which is the one in front of us now, where the bus is just going. That's Dixon Road. And obviously we're going down the prom. Right, bear with. Can we keep up with the tram? Easy peasy. Hang on, let's slow down a minute though, because there's another one coming other way. And then we'll cross. Look at these here. They was doing some work on these couple of, let me get off the bike, these couple of hotels here. I'm sure there was. I passed the other week. They were doing some work on them. Let me come out a bit. So I got it better now. Yeah, the views they have, honestly, they're in a perfect position, a great position. If you turn round, all that's coming out for you, it's the sea views they've got from there are absolutely brilliant. The sea views, perfect. Right, let's go on a bit. Find something else, bear with. Yeah, so we're just outside the Cherry Blossom. It used to be a great little pub that, It used to open to non-residents, obviously, at one time. So, not really sure what happened. Yeah, just a little bit further down. This is the site of the old Derby Baths, Olympic-sized swimming pool. Deep end up that end, shallow end this end. We used to go here as kids all the time. We'd spend all day in Derby Baths. Really, it's a shame. Olympic size, like I say, massive diving boards. They used to whistle if someone were diving off the top board. The whistle would go and someone was going off the top board. It was off. Just looking off of it would make your knees go. Yeah, famously Johnny Weissmuller appeared here. I think Johnny Weissmuller played Tarzan, obviously, and he was 3 times gold medalist as well, Olympic gold medalist, if I remember rightly. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what it's about. And then obviously just next door, you've got the Grand Hotel. been different guises over the years since it was built. I remember it being built. The Grand. So this site here that was Derby Baths, the Grand at one time we're using it as like an overflow car park, to be fair. But you can see up the top, let me see if I can get in a bit further for you. Up the top where the hills are and what have you, where it's hilly, it's undulating. You can see where the deep end used to be, can't you? It's come out of that. Yeah, and just that bit sticking out as well. That's just about where you used to pay in there. It would never use the front. I think they did it one time when it was built. But yeah, shame Derby Baths. Right, let's move on. Bear with. Yeah, so now we're at the site. The demolition here took ages. That was, I bet you that's 3.5 years ago, you know, when we were all watching this being demolished. But next door but one, pretty interesting, bear with me. I'll switch the bike off. The Strand just there, let's get off the bike. Yeah, the Strand just there, that's where Rita comes running out. And Alan Bradley's run over just about here where we stood. On the tram lines here, just about here, where he's run over. And if you have a look at the Strand, there's a blue plaque there telling you all about it. I have shown it before, but it may have been a couple of years ago, at least a year ago, I think. But it tells you all about it on the blue plaque there, just outside the Strand, or on the Strand wall there. So yeah, so we'll just walk a bit further up. Coming up for the Imperial, obviously. Do you know, it's turning out to be a gorgeous day. It really is. Yeah, so we're at the Imperial now. This is where many years ago I did the Champagne Bar when the Conservative Party conference was on. Champagne Bar, as you walk in there where it says the Imperial Hotel, it was just to the right in its day. Whether it is nowadays, I don't know. But when that was happening, it was at the time when, just before, or a year or so before, there'd been the bombing at the Grand Hotel in Brighton, if you remember. So, seriously, all the bins, anything that could, you know, something could get in, were all shut up. They were all blocked and locked up. All the bins, that sort of thing. And out to sea here, out to sea, there were submarines and everything. The security was that tight. I had to sign the Official Secrets Act and that, believe it or not, just to do the Champagne Bar. Once upon a time. Right, so let's go on. So yeah, so that's the Imperial. So if it's a bit up and down, I'm trying to push the bike as well at the same time. Right, let's go a bit further. Yeah, so a bit further along now, just outside the Claremont Hotel. This is all known at the back as Claremont area. This was at one time the posh area of Blackpool. I have said on previous videos, but for them that don't know, to give you an idea, North Pier used to be twice as much to get on there as Central. North Pier being 1863, posh. Then they built Central, that was then known as the People's Pier, Central Pier in 1868 when that one was built by Bickerstaff and that. I have done the history before. So yeah, so this was what was known as the posh area. There was no liquor up this end, you couldn't drink and that sort of thing. To get up here there used to be a toll. Yep, back in the day. Anyway, let's go on. Let's keep up with the tram. Brum brum. We can do it. That you won't believe it, that tram. Look at the Parisian. The Parisian's still. Wonder what's going to happen with that. Eh? Let me slow down. Let me stop. Oh. Just got to keep an eye on the back still. So much better. Yeah, look at the Parisian now. It's a shame, isn't it? Anyway, let's go on again. Bear with. Yeah, the sea's getting a little bit on the rough side. Just great area around here. You can see the fishing down there. North Pier in the background. Hang on a minute, where am I going with this? Bear with. Yeah. A little bit windy again now. Once we get down here, it's just that we're slightly elevated here. Cocker Square just opposite, and a tram. Yeah, Cocker Square and Cocker Street just there. The Dacia's Hotel here. Now let's go on. So yeah, I think it's obvious where we're just coming up for here, the Metropole. Need I say more? Metropole Hotel. Let's just slow down a little bit because the wind noise might be getting a bit too much. Yeah, I've just come here to show you. That's where the entrance used to be to the air raid shelter, where it says 1912 and that. That's coming out okay. Why would you walk right in front of somebody? Yeah, so just there. That's where Montoya killed the 22-year-old girl during the war years. Just in there. And then there's another entrance just around the corner. I'm not going to show it now. I've done it before, but for those that don't know, if you are ever passing, that's where the entrance. You can see where it's been bricked up in the past, just there. Am I right? Let's have a look. Yeah, head up to North Pier then, bear with. Yeah, so obviously just outside the iconic North Pier. Like I say, 1863, Blackpool's longest and oldest pier, now for sale. It's just North Pier for sale as well, because the same family own the three piers, or the same firm, should I say, own the three piers. But it's just North Pier that they're putting for sale. Now, I will do something on that later on, bear with. I tell you. Oh, come on, mate, I'm trying to do it. You've got bloody copyright music on. Why would you stop? Yeah, I've just moved up a bit. He's got copyright music on and just stopped right next to me. I just said, thank you, mate. That's very kind of you. Yeah. So yeah, into town that way. So yeah, well, I'll do another video on why I think, or popular opinion, why just North Pier. We'll do that another time. Right, let's go on. Yeah, so just outside Yates's and Shenanigans, the tram passes. A few on that. Yeah, that Yates's replaces the one obviously that was burnt down. Some guy burnt it down. I only realised there were dogs in the pet shop there in the Tivoli Arcade, if you remember the pet shop. And the dogs used to be in the window and that. Yeah, so Yates's, if you look up though, see how it says Feldman's Arcade? Bear with. Don't stop writing. What, is someone taking the... Yeah, if it's not music stopping right in front of me, it's a tram. Yeah, so it says Feldman's Arcade there. sure if that's coming out, but it does. Next time if you're in the area, just look up. So what's now Yates's, Velman's Arcades was. Right, shall we go on a bit further, or shall we just walk from here? Now, we'd normally walk this anyway, don't we? So we'll just, let's go on. I'll video bits as we're going, because we're on the bike anyway, so it's going to be quicker than a normal, you know, like when we do the morning walks and that. So obviously you've got Papa's there. Let's just slow down a bit. Papa's and Wendy's on the other corner. We're just going by the wedding chapel, the tourist information and the beach house. Ooh, I'll tell you, this thing doesn't half take off. Let's slow down a bit here. Well, there's a few around. There's more around than there was on Saturday. A few about, isn't there? Yeah, Blackpool Amusements there on the corner. We'll stop at the tower. Yeah, so just at the tower now, 1894. I remember rightly, May 94. I'll show you that. The Albert and the Lion. I'm going to stop here and just have a quick drink. Bear with. Yeah, today they've got the no access up to get down onto the prom, onto the next to the sea. Whereas yesterday you could go down, if you remember. What's he doing? Everyone to the road. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit choppy, but it's just about the same as yesterday, isn't it? Right, let's go on. Just coming up for the lifeboat station now. Oh, is he coming back? What's he doing? What's he doing? Somebody tell me what he's up to, will you? I was going to show you. Oh, bear with. I mean, yeah, very entertaining, don't get me wrong, but... Right, so let's get a bit further on, shall we? So yeah, coming up for Cental Pier, 1868. All the rides and that on this one, you pay for so many, or individually if I remember rightly, per ride. You got the trampolines here for the kiddies. Bouncy castle, big bouncy castle as well. And then this used to be the Prosecco bar. Still is, I think. Look at the size of that bouncy castle. The pink building in front of us, that used to be a pub. That was Bickerstaff's pub, who built Central Pier. Just there. Opposite. And then Central Pier here, with the Donkey Derby, if you fancy a game on the Donkey Derby. You buy your donuts,